Legend. Chilling out.
Although I don't go too into politics, I do mention it. The state of the world affects art. The state of the world affects everything. This is not necessarily an uplifting video, but it was one I felt I needed to make. Don't watch it if you don't feel comfortable, or if you mentally can't handle it. I won't be offended. So, take care of yourselves. When I first went to film this video, it was meant to be very different. I spent 30 minutes to an hour rambling about my goals for the year, especially my creative goals. I talked about how I wanted to publish a certain number, not publish, post a certain number of fanfics. I talked about how I wanted to make art. I talked about how I wanted to work on publishing my LGBT horror romantasy, the first book in that series, especially the first trilogy. And then, you know, this happened. And then this happened. I've been thinking a lot about, what that means for women, what that means for people of color, what that means for people in the LGBT community, what that means for me as an artist and a writer, what that means for our society as a whole. So I'm just gonna create. That's my goal. My goal is to survive, and not just survive, I want to create. And I've made a Tumblr post before. It was a hot minute ago, but I feel like it's more relevant than ever right now. That, I don't know, I'll put the blurb here, but basically it's about, or the relevant blurb part of it, because it was a long post, I think. But basically, the struggling artist is not struggling because they're an artist. The struggling leads them to make art. I don't know what is going to happen even in 2 months, let alone 6, let alone 12, let alone 48. While I would love to self publish the first book in my LGBT horror romantasy, maybe that's not in the cards. Maybe the it maybe it's not in the cards. Or if it is, maybe I get shit handed to me about it, you know? But I think I'm just going to create, and that is all I can really guarantee, right? Is that I show up and I make shit. I make shit that they don't like. I make shit that makes people uncomfortable. I make shit that makes other people feel seen and heard. I make shit that is gratifying. I make shit that is cute. I make shit that is ugly. I make. And I guess that's all I can. That is what I am good at. So that is what I do. And maybe it's not fair. Maybe some people, anyway, don't think it's fair for me to sit here and talk about the state of the world. And maybe it's people don't think it's fair of me to sit here and go, this is shit. And maybe people don't think it's fair for me to sit and go, what the fuck? Maybe you're sitting here going, what the fuck does this have to do with the art? But I think art and creating always has a place in being political, and I think art, especially now, I think now more than ever, creating and thinking for yourself and doing things they don't want you to do within reason, and reading shit they don't want you to read, and not sitting on the TikTok propaganda machine bullshit. I think that is 100% a way to, I don't want to use aggressive language, but also, yes, to resist, to, you know, make a case, to be seen and heard, right? Shit. Like, this is, it's dystopian. So anyway, I have rambled way more than I wanted to, and there is way more that I rambled about than will make it in the video, because I don't want to get too political on the internet, but also art is very, and creating is very much related to politics. I think it always has been, and it always will be, and because it involves thinking for yourself, and that is the number one thing they don't want to happen. TikTok is back on for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. Beyond what I've already said that you probably haven't seen. I don't know if creating is going to mean creating more videos. I don't know what it entails. But I'm just gonna create. That's what I'm gonna do. 'Cause that's what I'm good at. That's what fulfills me already. That is a way that I can add to the conversation without burning myself out. Sorry, my screen turned off, so one of my light sources went away. So that is what I'm going to do. Yeah,